Hello, this is Annabelle at freediveparadise.com, and I have with me Aunt Judge from Australia.
How you going?
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the bad news. The bad news was we finally did our ocean competition on Saturday, and that was probably the worst waves of the year, or best if you're a surfer.
Yeah.
But for us, it was the roughest day of the year, and even though our dive site's pretty protected, it was really nice. It was so hard getting in and out, and the boat had to launch from Keauhou, which is about a 45-minute boat ride away. So it made our competition go a little later than planned, and I think it made a lot more stress and difficulty on all the divers. And we had a lot of divers who didn't quite make their dives. And Ant, would you like to tell us about your dive?
Sure. Yeah, my dive was a buzz, I have to admit. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a great dive. It was an amazing feeling. But just coming up like 2 minutes before my top, they still had the plate sitting on the reef because we needed to start the bottom camera at a certain time. So everything's kind of condensed, and I'm like, oh, it's too rough, like for me, even though it's flat. But for a nice breathe up, it was not really relaxing. And we're all trying to swim the rig out to deeper water, and because I was attempting 67 meters, no fins. So yeah, it was a fairly deep dive to be kind of rushing at, but actually I had a ball. It was actually really nice down the bottom. When I hit the plate, I actually looked around and I could see the reef, and it was an absolute buzz. And it also gave me just under 50 meters of sink phase. So I leave the surface and I started sinking at around 20 meters, and then you just start relaxing. And for 50 meters, which is an absolute buzz, but the swim up was a killer. And yeah, it was pretty hard. I obviously wasn't quite prepared for that dive, but yeah, I really enjoyed my sambo, and the comp went on. No, it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed my dive, and the way I look at it is I learned a lot more from one failed dive than I had all my successful dives. So I can really analyze what I'd done on that dive and what I need to really prepare at next time. So yeah, it was good. It was actually a great day. I think everyone, though the competition wasn't the greatest condition, everyone actually had a great day. We all just chilled out. We went through quite a few bottles of champagne afterwards. And, yeah, it was a great day. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a buzz.
Yes, there were several of us that had a really good time. But then again, right after Ant, Leo went for his dive. It was 61 meters, be a U.S. record, and he couldn't clear his ears either. It was just a little bit too much that day. I think it was the current was carrying us away from the rope, making a little extra pull, and also bringing the rope over a little too close to the reef. And then Carlos went, and Carlos did a great dive. He did a free immersion for 50 meters, but when he came up, he took too long to give the okay signal.
1 second too long.
You only have 15 seconds to take off your mask, give the okay signal, and say, I'm okay. And he was at 16 and a half seconds. Yeah. And I had to cut 4 meters off of my dive. It was just a little too stressful getting ready. So I took 4 meters off my dive, but I did a 50-meter no fins, and that's still unofficially the new U.S. women's record. So I'm proud of that one. And then we had 2 really good dives. We saved the best for last. Andrea Kawabata did 45 meters, clean as a whistle.
Yeah, first competition.
First competition.
Really well. Yep.
Yes, that was spectacular. And then Jeff did a unofficial dive. He was our he was our boat captain. He came out and did a dive, 35 meters, first competition ever. Great job, Jeff. So everyone had a good time, and we had a great party afterwards. So it was good to see all of you. And see you again on freedive.com. Aloha.